through deployment, installation, and looking behind the scenes of the object path analyzer tool. So if you go to Panos Ming and then you select the path, and here you see what this repository contains, and there are some text describing this repository, and we can just dive right into it and install this. So on this side I have a terminal to a Linux Ubuntu computer, and we can just start here by going here, copy this and paste that. So we are cloning the repository, and there is a new subdirectory, so we can go into access Ming. So we can look inside here, and we need to, this is a generic, access Ming is a generic repository, so we need to check out the path branch. And if we list now, we see we have more subdirectories and some other files. So this is, the Node-RED is built on Node-RED, which is Node.js, and we need to install packages. And this pulls down all the packages that which is defined in this package JSON file. If you did not have, or if you do not have npm and node install, and we need to install these packages, the alternative version is that you can, let's start the container anyway. So yeah, we do that. So this will pull down the containers. They're already installed on the MQTT, the Influx Mongo, and the Node-RED. And we can go, and now we can do this. If npm is not installed, if you, for the previous one, let's see, do this, we can use bash to get into the inside the container, and then we go cd data, which is where Node-RED is installed and inside the container, and here we can do npm install, and it does the same thing as we saw previously. We go exit and docker, let's see, sudo docker compose. Let's take this one down. So there are two files that you may want to edit depending on your system. One is the docker compose file. What you see here is the Node-RED, and you may want to change the external port depending on if you have any conflicts, or if you want to use an alternative port than 8050. Then we have the MQTT, and it's using the default external port, and if you already have a broker, you may want to change that port. In Node-RED, you may want to change the time zone depending on where you're setting. If you look for, if you Google on time zone names, you'll find whatever you should be using in your region. And let's see, Mongo database. So this is a Mongo 4414. This is not going to be exposed outside, so you can't access this from outside the container. It's but if you want to access this Mongo database outside the container, you should uncomment these, taking away that pound sign or that. Then we have Influx, And the influx, same thing here. It's not exposed outside. If you want to launch Grafana, you can remove all of these, but that's optional. So Node-RED will be using links and internal for the internal network, MongoDB, InfluxDB, MQTT. We'll exit, we'll not save there. The second file you may want to alter is the Node-RED settings. We can just show it, settings. And you should be altering this if you to add authentication to the flows and to the dashboard view. But we'll get out. So we can just now do Docker Compose up, detach. And we are up and running. So the first thing, you should go to the admin page here. So it's whatever on your computer is going to be your IP address, and it needs to be 1850 and /admin. I can leave this page there. So you're probably going to get this one. You can just put that, close that. So you need to go to cameras and going into the cameras tab and double clicking this one, and you see cameras, and click that and set the user and password for your camera. This is needed for Node-RED to take a background image. So I'll be using root, and let's see, where is it? No, sorry. There we go, update. And deploy everything. So now we can go to the dashboard. And let's see if we got those cameras automatically connected. Yes. So these cameras have Path installed into them. So we can go to, let's take this camera. So in the MQTT, I've set it to the same IP address as the Path Analyzer IP address. And I'm not using any user and password. And that's something else that you may want to secure your MQTT broker running in here. We connect and we have set a name, and that's it. So, and then we can just wait. So now we have the flow heat map. Click reset. Let's see if we've gotten any. Yeah, so we got a couple of detections. We can go now to the dwell heat map and setting, well, I'll use that one, the last. So this, we probably need to go down. Come on. So there we go. So now we see the green spots, the dwell time. Also the forensic search, reset camera, front query. And now we can see the individual paths. So everything is up and running. And that's how easy it is to set up Path Analyzer. Thank you very much for listening. See you in the next video.